Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Excuse my red face. I just worked out, but also it is really hot outside today. It is May 30th, Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day to everybody. Today, we're just gonna take care of a couple of things. Like these onions, for example. I'm gonna trim them, cleaning up the onion beds right now, and then I would like to show you guys around what's going on because obviously a lot has changed. I've already collected 2 bunches of green onions, and I still have a little bit to go. I want to show you how exactly I trim these. I don't necessarily go and just trim all the greens off. You do want to leave some, so let me show you how I do it. For example, we're gonna look at these onions here. I already trimmed one off and then it grew back just like this, and that's what it will do. So I don't want to trim these little guys. I want to trim something that's a little bigger, so I go ahead and just trim it like that, right? So again, I come over here. I don't want to trim the little ones. I just want to trim the big ones. And you want to leave enough for the plant to still grow, photosynthesize, but not enough to kind of lay over and break down. So just from that trimming that I just showed you, I already have a handful of green onions. Now exactly what do you do with them? How do I eat this? What does it taste like? This tastes just like a green onion, or an onion that looks green. Literally just that. You can put it in your sautés. We love to put it on anything. Salads, eggs, potatoes, like anything. Use it like chives, like fresh, or you can put it in stir fries and add that onion flavor to it. I have so much of it that I might actually chop it up and dehydrate it and just save it for later. I have a ton of it already, just like from this one trimming, and you can do this weekly. These grow so fast, and instead of them just flopping over, dying, and possibly causing disease to my plant, I'm gonna go ahead and trim them and just use them in my kitchen. Other thing that I am ready to harvest are my sweet peas. I've been getting a little bit of harvests here and there. They are enough just as a garden snack. Really sweet, very crunchy. I rarely wash these just because they are off the ground, climbing up. They're not touching anything. There's no splashback, so there's no need to wash these. And I don't have a lot of bugs that are like, crawling around and pooping over here. So snow snap peas have been really great. Comes summertime, when I come out here, I have enough time in the mornings to come out here. I think I literally just eat my breakfast in the garden. I pick sweet peas, I pick cucumbers, tomatoes, and I just snack like this on them. What more can you ask for? Also, if you might have seen on my Instagram, my strawberries started producing. Okay, so I have already this many strawberries that I picked. I'm going to pick some more over here, and it is, like I said, the end of May. It's not even summertime, and I'm having the biggest harvest of strawberries already, which is really unusual. I also have a lady that's trying to get in on the action here. So to keep my strawberries alive and getting into my mouth rather than my chicken's mouth is I come out here as regularly as I can and pick them before they even notice the strawberries. Birds, the critters, they see the difference, the contrast rather than the colors. At least that's my theory. And so you don't want that contrast. You want it to be very plain. So when they see red, they will come and eat it. So what I do is come out and pick anything that is pink or red. I know that the strawberries probably would taste better when they're nice and ripe, but sometimes you can't risk it. Sometimes you gotta pick them. But look, these are pretty ripe. Ideally, you want to wait until these seeds here are actually brown rather than green, like I have here. But you know what? Still, so good, so delicious. Another tip that I would give to anybody that's grown strawberries and want to have a healthy patch is to always make sure you never leave bad strawberries laying around. That attracts so many slugs, bugs that will just come and eat your strawberries. For example, here's a strawberry I picked, and you can see it has some stuff eaten, right? Don't leave this laying around. Oh, it will decompose, it will add. No. The only thing that this will add is attracting critters that will come and eat your strawberry. So what I do with these is I just toss them outside of my garden, have the critters be there and eat them there rather than in my patch and attract more of these to eat more of my strawberries. You don't have any mulch laying down, like for example, this was laying on the ground and it's perfectly fine. Right now it's easy to manage just because it's like a few strawberries here and there that I need to pick. I pick them half red sometimes because I know tomorrow I won't be able to come out here and pick them. And once they turn red, they need to be picked, or else again, they will be picked off by an animal or a bug. And as soon as one bug senses it, like everybody else comes and it's not for you anymore, it's for them. But look at this beauty. I can't believe how many strawberries I'm harvesting, and it's not even June. It's moving on from the strawberries. Very happy about them, but moving on. Here in this next bed, I have planted my tomatoes, my peppers. Let me show you how they're doing. My tomatoes are starting to finally come up and look alive. They really struggled there for a few weeks, I want to say, but they're started to finally looking good. Also, last year I showed you how I buried my old tomato plants, and I do have some baby tomatoes coming up, so I have been ripping them out. But so far so good, looking great. Here in this place I planted some mint, and I think I see some mint coming up. I put this right here just for the animals not to come in and scratch it all around. Here on this side are my pepper plants, and as you can see, they're very much so surrounded by weeds that I pull constantly. But here are my pepper plants, more and there. So we'll see how this patch does. Ideally, by this time of the year, my pepper plants have been bigger and stronger and more established, but you know, every year is different, and this year they're taking their time. And my brassica bed over here, doing fantastic. My brassicas are doing amazing. Look at this: broccoli, Brussels sprouts here, cabbage and cauliflower. Here on this bok choy, I had let it go to seed, and these pods right here are the seeds. I'm gonna let it dry out. I actually ran out of bok choy seeds, so that's why I let this go to seed, but otherwise my other ones are starting to also go to seed. Just like this, you will see little pods forming. I've just been ripping them off. I will need to use this up in my cooking here soon. Otherwise, in this bed I have rogue strawberries that I'm still giving away. And everything looks really good. Just in comparison, here is a brassica that's been planted the same time from seed as this brassica right here. And look at the difference in size. It's crazy what happens when you plant them in the ground. So I have quite a bit of still brassicas to give away as well. Here in this bed though, I have eggplants planted, and they are sickly as ever. I'm not sure what will happen, if they will even survive, but we'll give them a chance, right? Here on this side, I have planted from seed cucamelons. However, I don't see anything coming up, so I'm a little I'm a little worried because just in a few months here, these peas are gonna start dying and I'm gonna need to rip them out, and I would love to have this side of the trellis be filled with cucamelons. I don't know if that will happen, so I'm kind of worried about this side of the trellis. We'll see what happens. Here on the other side of the trellis, I got some cucumbers that I planted, some that came up here and got eaten by bugs. If you are a gardener and you planted cucumbers from seed, you know that bugs love cucumber seedlings. Here are my beans, bush beans that I planted, and right over there are the pole beans, tiger pole beans that I planted. So should be beans on that side and cucumbers all along the side, and hopefully they'll start climbing here soon. On this side of the bed, I planted some flowers from seed. Looks like these are coming up. I believe these are marigolds. Those are nasturtiums. Over here, I forgot exactly what I planted. I don't see anything coming up, but we'll give them some more time anyways. Those are my mother-in-law's beds. Look at those tomatoes. She bought them from the store. They're doing amazing. Peppers, melons and such. Looking great. Here's my side of the bed. Here I have corn that's finally coming up. They are doing amazing. I am really happy how they're coming up. Just still giving them some time. Here I got some of my melons that are coming up. I believe this corner I have my zucchini. Here I believe I have my melons or squash. We'll see. And then again, this is either squash or melon. I think this is squash just because how fuzzy and furry it is. But it's looking great so far. It's coming up, guys. I got my dill finally coming up. So cute. I trimmed my oregano. Actually, I'm so sorry about my face. It's so red. But actually, what I do with my oregano is because it grows so fast and just kind of takes over, I trim it back every single time. I don't have enough space in my kitchen to use it necessarily, but I trim it and I put it in my coop. I put it in my chicken coop. Apparently, a lot of bugs and bacteria do not like herbs like oregano, so it's a great, like, natural way to deter bugs that you don't want. So that's what I've been doing, and it's just been coming back and coming back. So here it is, trimmed back, and it's gonna come up just in no time, again, to be like a huge bush. The reason I trimmed it back is because my basil here was getting shaded, and I want it to come up and thrive. My parsley are literal trees, and so is my cilantro. Right now, it is going to seed because it's gotten hot. Cilantro and parsley both are going to seed. Like you see, there's little flower pods that are starting to form, and that's okay. That's totally fine. I don't find the herbs to taste any different after they go to seed, so I don't mind that. However, cilantro, once it goes to seed, it forms pods, and then it's called coriander. So, fun fact. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with it. Right now, what I did is just planted my leftover peppers in here. Here and here. So right now, I think I'm gonna leave it be as is. We'll see what happens. I don't feel great about this side of the bed. I think I'm still figuring it out. There's like a random tomato there and there. I know I just said I'm not gonna do that, but it's happening, guys. It's happening. Otherwise, I am loving this gardening season. It started out rough, I admit. It started out slow. It's still slower, on the slower end. Last year, I just got this garden, so this is my real first year really gardening. But look at this beauty. I don't know. I'm just loving this. Look at that. Thank you so much for tagging along and just enjoying my journey as much as I have. I am just really stoked that I'm able to spend this time talking to you guys about it. And also, I love looking back at my older videos, comparing, contrasting, learning my lessons that way, and then sharing it with you because, I don't know, it just makes it more special, I think. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. enjoying my gardening season. I hope that you have something growing also. If you don't, go garden a little, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.